You'll find when you start your journey to buy or rent a home that your real estate agent is a tremendous source of information and resources. But there are some frequently asked questions that they cannot answer due to fair housing laws, and that's what we're going to cover today. Here are some questions that may be asked by prospective purchasers and renters that are verboten and some that are okay. Are there sex offenders in the area? While agents cannot provide this information, it's very easy to look it up on the web. Under Megan's Law, sex offenders are required to register their name in a national directory and also to notify the community when they relocate. The government website is a public database, and it's called the National Sex Offender Public Website. And you'll be pleased to know that sex offenders in New Jersey cannot hold a New Jersey real estate license. Some questions that you can ask: is the house haunted, or has someone recently passed away in the house? The listing agent is required to disclose this information if asked. Is the neighborhood safe, or conversely, is the neighborhood dangerous? Questions involving crime or safety get asked a lot, but it could raise issues on discrimination. If you're curious about how safe a neighborhood is, you can call the local police precinct or do a search such as, is small town USA safe? And just insert the name of the town that you're curious about. There are a lot of websites with varying amounts of data and analysis, so try and get a few perspectives. Now, some data might skew a neighborhood, such as an arrest involving a felony, like growing a marijuana plant on the premises. It only takes one. So it's best to dig a little deeper and clarify if you find a neighborhood that is deemed dangerous. Here's another frequently asked question. What's the best school in the town? That's another hot button question that could veer into discrimination territory. We agents cannot steer you to a district that has great schools or a district that has poor schools, or make assumptions about the buyer or the renter and what their preference might be. Your best bet is to check the state's website on test scores. New Jersey's is the New Jersey School Performance Report, or look at niche.com or greatschools.org. Now, if the client comes to you and says, I only want to look at communities with a greatschools.org grade of 7 or higher, that's okay because the client is directing the criteria. But an agent cannot assume and steer clients based on high or low performing districts. Another good question. What's the best part of town? Again, this can be discriminatory. A buyer or renter's best bet is to research that information privately. A good place to start would be the U.S. Census Bureau at uscensus.gov. Are there any Muslims, Catholics, Jews, Baptists, Methodists, Scientologists, Satanic worshipers in small town New Jersey? Or a client wants or doesn't want to live in a community with a certain religion, or perhaps another class-protected population. Again, this kind of question can lead to discrimination. So check a data source, such as the Association of Religion Data Archives, to see what religions are represented in the community you want to live in. What is an okay question is if the client asks the agent to give them options within a half-mile radius of Our Lady of Compassion in small town New Jersey. So there you have it. One of the great things about New Jersey and other parts of the United States is our diversity. My philosophy is to embrace it and get involved in whatever community one chooses. I'm Teresa O'Connell with Teresa Loves NJ and Keller Williams NJ Metro Group. Thanks for watching, and if you have any comments, please leave them below.